Hi, I'd like to share with you an activity connecting growth mindset and the story that I've written, Ying and the Magic Turtle. Ying and the Magic Turtle is a story based on ancient Chinese legend, and it's about a character, Ying, who I developed to show us courage, curiosity, perseverance, and lots of things that demonstrate growth mindset. It's a great activity because we're connecting across content areas. So the activity is just this. We pose to our students, after reading the story, how do the characters convey mathematical mindset messages? The story is available on Amazon. It's available on the publisher's website, and it is available as a PDF where you get to name the price for that PDF, which can be as little as zero or as much as you feel is appropriate. So everybody does have access to using this story. This is a poster from Joe Bowler about growth mindset beliefs, and I'm not going to delve into these messages too deeply because I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but feel free to hit pause and read these over, and this is a downloadable handout for you. And the idea is we ask our students to choose a character and then decide which message does each character convey. So looking at the Joe Bowler messages about growth mindset, we decide, what does Hung have to teach us? What does the mother have to teach us? And what we can do, this is a handout, is cut these out into character cards. Each student chooses a character, and then they decide which growth mindset ideal aligns to that character. So we're pulling in lots of subjects here. We're pulling in mathematics, we're pulling in history, we're pulling in English language arts. We're also, of course, pulling in the growth mindset, which is the main focus of this conversation today. I want to also talk about how this story fosters access and equity through a progression of activities. I'm going to show you the activities. They're at the back of the book. And I want you to think about the way that they progress and also what scaffolds could you put in place to go with these. The first activity, this is a picture. It's a sketch of what was found in China through storytelling of what the magic square looked like on the turtle's shell. And if we quantify the dots, we end up with that solved square. So to learn more, you've got to read the story, which you know you all have access to. And the first task for students, are there other magic arrangements? The second task is try a new one. So can you make another magic square using those numbers? And then how does that compare to the original magic square? And are there connections between those two? The third activity is to present students with a larger magic square. So now they're applying what they've learned from what it means to be a magic square to know what should go in those other spaces and then where to place them. And then the last one, create your own. So these progressed in a particular way from low floor to high ceiling. From here's a solved one, can you play with it and make another one, all the way to the creation phase, right? And so as we step through those activities, you can see that they're presented as a progression. The other question is, what scaffolds might you use? So certainly cut out squares of numbers to manipulate and move around makes this much more accessible. And of course, we've maybe gotten to be good at using online tools like a Jamboard where we could drag the numbers and move them around. That works really well as a scaffold, and perhaps you had other ideas. So I hope you will investigate the story and think about how we can use this to connect across content areas and foster a growth mindset.